Okay, today we are here on Cemetery Hill looking at one of the most iconic figures of Gettysburg, and that is the Evergreen Cemetery Gatehouse. The Gatehouse occupies a hill just south of the borough of Gettysburg between the Baltimore Pike and the Tawnytown Road. Now, Evergreen Cemetery Association was chartered in the year 1853. Philadelphia architect Stephen Decatur Button designed the gatehouse in the middle of the year of 1855, and the cornerstone was laid by the Reverend Samuel Simon Schmucker. We did a video on his house on September the 1st of 1855. And local masons George and Henry Churchman constructed this brick building in less than 3 months at the cost of $1,025. The gatehouse served as the office for the cemetery and the residence of the caretaker. Now, recognizing the strategic advantages of the cemetery high ground, Major General Oliver Otis Howard of the 11th Corps lined up his artillery on what came to be known as Cemetery Hill. His artillery was facing both the north into the town of Gettysburg and also east, where Confederate soldiers were coming from. This was Howard's headquarters, and he occupied this building for 3 days during the Battle of Gettysburg on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of 1863. Now, on the first day, July 1st, 1863, the borough was evacuated, and then the telegraph, which was at the Gettysburg Railroad Station, known today as Lincoln train station, was moved here to the gatehouse so that communications could be kept open. Now, on the night of July 1st, 1863, Elizabeth Thorne, who was the wife of the cemetery caretaker, Peter Thorne, prepared a fine dinner for General Howard, General Sickles, and General Slocum. Early the next morning, on July 2nd, 5 Louisiana regiments under Brigadier Harry T. Hayes and 3 North Carolina regiments under Colonel Isaac Avery commenced the Battle of East Cemetery Hill, charging the Union batteries from the east. Union soldiers of the 73rd Pennsylvania, who were in reserve in Evergreen Cemetery, rushed through the gateway to help drive the Confederates away from both Ricketts and Weidrick's batteries. By the end of July 2nd, the focus went to another hill nearby here, Culp's Hill, and for now, the Gatehouse and Cemetery Hill were safe. On the afternoon of July 3rd, 1863, however, Confederate shells from the action known as Pickett's Charge were landing all throughout the cemetery. Though the gatehouse survived the Battle of Gettysburg, the gatehouse was shot up pretty bad. Most of its windows were broken out, and there were wounded and dead lying all over the fields of Cemetery Hill. In the aftermath, Elizabeth Thorne, pregnant, buried approximately 100 fallen soldiers in this vicinity. This has been the Evergreen Cemetery Gatehouse here on Gettysburg Historic Walking Tours, and I am historian Frank Patrick Marone Jr.